Race, released in 2001 and is directed by Jerry Zucker, who's directed such amazing comedies like Airplane, Top Secret, and Ghost. And this film stars Rowan Atkinson, John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, Breckin Meyer, Amy Smart, and John Lovitz. He's losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits. And this film was recommended to me by one of my subscribers and one of my fans, Gemma R. Thank you very much for the recommendation. This is just straight comedy throughout the entire film. Our large cast of characters is vacationing at a Las Vegas casino, and all of them win a strange golden coin that allows them to go to a special luncheon later that day. And at this luncheon, John Cleese arrives to inform them that they are all now in a race to win $2 million that is stored in a locker in Silver City, New Mexico. The first one to get there and to grab the suitcase wins the money. So this film is one big race of all these people trying to get $2 million. And don't overthink that concept, because there is nothing else happening here. This is a very simple comedy, and you have to respect this film for that. Because a lot of times, especially nowadays with comedies, they get bogged down with trying to make plot points and trying to make characters very, very complicated. Sometimes it's nice just to turn off your brain for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just have a few laughs for that entire time, which this film gave me originally when I watched this movie, like when I was a sophomore in high school, and it did again this time. It brought me back to a time where my family was all loving and actually together. So long ago. But one thing that we used to do as family, we would go to Family Video, or we would go to Blockbuster, and we would rent movies. This was one of them. And we would have it for a certain period of time, and I remember, after the first time watching this movie, just watching it over and over and over again. Heck, I even remember having conversations with my friends in middle school about this movie, about who we thought should have won or what they would have done differently to win. And this whole concept comes from the mind of John Cleese's character, because he's trying to sell his casino with having the best stakes and the best chances of winning in any casino in the town of Las Vegas. So all these high rollers, they're putting bets on who they think is going to get to the money first. They definitely all have gambling addictions, and they would keep betting with each other. They would place bets on who would throw up the first on an airplane, or who would be the last maid to fall from the chandelier if all of them are hanging on. Just remember that knowing your limits is always the best bet. And that's kind of the big comeuppance that John Cleese's character gets at the end of this movie. But all of these characters and every scene that they are in has some type of comedic button that's placed on the end of those scenes. Whether it's a pratfall or a big set piece like the helicopter chase, or if it's just an endless comedy of errors like with Seth Green's situation with the car and the air balloon and the key maker and the cow and the udders, and oh wait, that scene just kept going on and on and on now that I think about it. And I think probably my favorite one out of all of these characters, at least all of these journeys, is gonna be Cuba Gooding Jr.'s, because his situation was he was a ref at a football game and he blew the coin toss, I guess, and then all of them lost their bets because of their decision, so he's trying to hide himself from all these football fans. Long story short, he ends up driving a tour bus of all of these I Love Lucy cosplayers.
Everyone say hello.
And all of those cosplayers are like official I Love Lucy cosplayers. Like the estate of Lucy Ball has to approve all of these people, and if they hire actors to either portray them or portray a character who is a cosplayer of Lucy Ball, they have to approve them. Her estate is that precious. Wish my estate was that precious. The other character's side story that I like is John Lovitz. First of all, I love John Lovitz. He just plays that weirdo in every SNL skit that he's in or any comedy film that he is in. He typically just randomly shows up and steals the scene. But we get a lot more of him here with this movie. And he's on vacation with his family, and he has to convince them, no, we're gonna uproot. We're gonna go all the way to New Mexico. Kathy Nahimi plays his wife. They have great chemistry with each other. But just the outrageous circumstances that they go through. All of a sudden, they're in a Nazi convention and they end up driving a former car that Hitler used to drive. And then they accidentally drive the vehicle into a Memorial Day Veterans Appreciation Convention. And he's accidentally got black lipstick on his lips, and he's burned his tongue, so he kind of sounds like Hitler, and he's banging on the desk. I apologize to all my German fans out there. That was not German at all. That was just gibberish. I apologize. This movie is just 100% stupid, turn your brain off, popcorn fun. You don't have to overthink anything, and really I think that this movie was just a ploy to have Smash Mouth be able to get more rights and more royalties on that all-star song that was just played to death around this time. That song just appeared in every movie around like 2000, 2001. Very annoying, actually. And I think a lot of this movie still holds up. I think the concept behind it is brilliant, and we see this concept or this idea in reality TV, or at least competition TV, like Amazing Race, Survivor. All of that has the essence of this movie. So if you've never seen this before, check it out. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to give Rat Race 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my videos, where I randomly select which movie I'm going to be watching next, so let's take a look. Okay, shoot. It's a title that I've never been able to say, even when I read it in high school and when I read it in college. Coriolanus. I think I got it right. The newest produced version with Ralph Fiennes and Gerard Butler. A movie that I own and that I have never watched. And I've read the play like once in undergrad and I never visited again. One of the many plays and one of the many tragedies coming from old Billy Shakespeare. But I remember seeing trailers for this, and the concept of it's in contemporary times, so I'm definitely interested to finally check this out. So once again, thank you very much, Gemma R, for the recommendation. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, please leave your comment below this video or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter. Leave your recommendation there, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. So everyone, have you seen Rat Race? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And if you like me, if you like what you saw here, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We're actually very close to hitting my original goal of 627 subscribers by the end of 2019. And I think we're about 150 subscribers away. So if you haven't done it already, hit the subscribe button. If you know friends, if you have family members that like hearing people talk about movies and reviewing movies, tell them to head on over and hit the subscribe button too. And if we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will record myself watching a movie that is just pure torture, arachnophobia. That's going to be very fun for you if that happens. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Coriolanus. Oh, that's going to be fun. So until next time, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.